A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And this one's incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your quarterback, and eventually you're calling on your backup quarterback.
But they got to do better than that last go-around. They went in the wrong direction. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. On 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Cut! 20! Stay with your man! Check 3!
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, Henderson is a junior at Memphis last year, better than 1,900 yards, had 25 total touchdowns. They drafted him in the 3rd round in an effort to try to give Todd Gurley some support in a backup role.
Kill. Back's mine.
A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th rounder from Stanford. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. At the 17-yard line.
What? Like 20? He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Kill.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darrell Henderson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Rams have taken the lead. Zerline now for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Mine's 50. He's scared. Joker. Alert.
Here's Wilson. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point forthcoming. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Let's get it. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Not today, you are. Not today. Check, 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 check. Going out.
Here's Gall. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. 27 yards there, a first down.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's good for our Rams. First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Go tonight. 180.
They'll run on first down. It's Henderson. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Drop deep, drop deep. Check 13. Check 13.
Goff going to give this one to Henderson. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Pretty entertaining start. 14 all to score on EA Sports.
14-14.
Cut. 180. Now you won. Get off the field. 49. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. You done.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
We go. 180. Coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Hey, I need one over here. I need one over here. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
To the right side, this is Henderson. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
180.
Brought down by Shaq.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Seahawks 15.
On 2nd down, it's Henderson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Cut! 180! Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, tight, tight. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash, crash.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Alert blow, alert blow, alert blow.
Here's Henderson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
5. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Shaquille Barrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
A 34-yard attempt.
And Zerline's kick is good. Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? And the biggest,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Let's go. Let's go double count right here. Double count. 53. Left half. Left half. Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Check 9. Check 9.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Fournette running out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the 41, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Seahawks.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Check. Good job right there, good job right there. Check, nipple. One time. 19.
Now Wilson on first down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well. So now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
On first down, Henderson. 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 33 and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
On the Seahawks 14-yard line.
Mike, 20. Come on, G. Watch the edge.
On the counter, it's Henderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
We're good. Right there, 54, right there. Hey, you. You. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go.
Out of the gun. Gone. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp as the first half is winding down. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's going to get taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Let's go.
They're on the 8-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Goff now looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And that one goes out of bounds, and let's see here. They're going to walk this back to the 40-yard line.
Ready? 53, Mike. Here we go. Kill. Turn up.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone. You throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Check 31, check 31. Wide. Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Tempo.
Throwing is Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
36 power. We want this.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. That kind of looked like a defense fed up by being gashed in the running game all night.
Yeah, and imagine their coach saying, if you're fed up on that play, where were you the rest of the time? What took you so long? But flip it over to the offensive side. They've been dominating this thing, and to finally have a play go against them, that's not something that's going to make them feel very good this evening.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Mike, 180. I got one. Watch twins. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Kill. Check.
Goff on 3rd down. And it's Woods. Touchdown, LA. Robert Woods with touchdown number 7 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3.
And this is caught at the 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And that will get them 1 closer. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
On second and a couple. Goff eluding the pressure right. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Last year for Everett, just 33 catches, 2 touchdowns, but he really has a chance to cement himself as a top tight end in this offense. People around the organization said he had a really good offseason, and he's ready to make that next step. They'll run on first down. It's Henderson, and for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Go tonight. 120. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. If you don't get this, boy, you think you're going to get this? You think you're going to get this?
They run once more with Henderson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
12, 12. Check 24. Switch. Mike, 54. Hey, Delta. 54. Yeah, that's what I do. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. I'm going to run you over. Look. Hey, watch that. Check Mike, 54. Mike, 54.
From the gun, here's Goff. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
I got you. Switch. Rush in.
Now Henderson. Oh, an absolutely filthy joke. He's got some space now. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word, but if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
Hold on. Check. Mike's 54.
Now a run with Henderson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. 6 guys. Check 6. Recon, 132 fighter. You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
This is Henderson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 14.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, check. Shoot.
On 3rd down, here's Love. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And they will not get a chance. To return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game. And now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Hey, check. Mike 50. Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Check the backer.
On the carry is Henderson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
Again, it's Henderson. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Play action. It's gone. Looking for the end. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Oh, and that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On first down, Henderson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ric Flair. You better be a
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Hey, 0-0-0. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got?
Again on 2nd and 10. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw is Wilson. To throw on third down. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
14,
And the Seahawks, first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now a desperation. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And this one will be brought back to the 22. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
But Charles
and things are working and